So today we are starting chapter number 6. I hope you screen, right? Everyone, you're able to see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so we are starting with basic Ubuntu Linux commands, chapter number 6. You have already seen Ubuntu in standard 9, how to start Ubuntu. As you are aware, Ubuntu is one of the operating system, like Windows. It is open source operating system, right? Now, in that, what we need to do is over here, we have to learn basic commands. Now, you know what are the commands? Commands are instructions or maybe order, right? In Ubuntu, commands we have to use to do some execution, right? Like in Windows, how you open MS Paint, or you can open Windows, MS Office, like that. Similarly, in Ubuntu also, there are commands which we can execute. All right. To execute commands, we have to start the terminal window. Now, how to start a terminal window? By giving Control Alt and T. You have to press all these three keys together. Okay, or you can go to the Ubuntu button which is in the corner in Ubuntu operating system, and from there you can search and type terminal. So you will find the terminal software. So once you open the terminal window, it will look like this. Now, what is this administrator Ubuntu? This is called command prompt. This command prompt will tell you that you have to type command over here after dollar sign. Before dollar sign, there is one more sign which is known as tilde, T-I-L-D, tilde, okay, which you can see here. That represent your home directory. So whenever you start a terminal window, your home directory will start automatically. Okay. Now, next. The command prompt which indicates that the interface is ready to interact with the user in the form of commands. A command is basically a program that accomplish certain task. Once the prompt is displayed, we can issue command as described in this chapter. So before discussing various commands, let us revise our knowledge about term called shell. So what is a shell? A shell is the command line interface. Shell is a user program or an environment provided for user interaction. Okay. Next, numerous shells are available to work in Ubuntu Linux. But what happened? But the shells available on a particular system may vary. So maybe on one system shells are different, and in other system shells may vary. Okay, depends on totally which system you are using. All right, that's the reason. Okay, next, let us see some popular shells. Okay, some popular shells are Bourne shell, which is represented by SH, C shell, which is also called CSH or TCSH, Corn shell, which is KSH, and Bash, that is again SH shell. Bourne shell with SH as its acronym is the earliest Unix shell used as command line interface. So it was the first system, okay, very first system in Unix which used Bourne shell. It provides basic mechanism for shell script programming, all right, which allows us to write a program based solely on commands. So totally all the program, the entire program is totally depends on commands. C shell identified as CSH is another shell commonly found on Linux systems. Shell programming can be done using C programming. Okay, so C shell is purely for C programming. Okay, the newer version of CSH is TCSH. Okay, it provides additional shell script programming to address limitation of CSH. So what the limitation what was there in CSH shell, it is overcome through the TCSH. All right. The Conch shell or KSH was developed to combine the features of both shell and C shell. Bash shell is newer version of Bourne shell. Thus, it contains same syntax and function as shell sh. Nowadays, Bash is considered standard shell for Linux system and thus commonly used and available on all Linux operating system. So whichever Ubuntu version you are using, this Bash shell is there because it is standard shell program. Okay. Now, how will you list the shells in your system? So suppose someone want to view how many shell program are there. How will you see that? There is a command called cat. So you will type cat space etc shells, and once you press enter over here, it will display all the shells. Whatever shells are available in your system, it will show you. Clear? Once it is executed, it will come back to your prompt, that is shell prompt. Okay. If we see the video of this, okay, I hope you can see my screen. Okay, so let us see. Okay, so I'm just typing here cat etc shells and enter. So see, you get all shells listed over here. Do you see? Right? So this is what you see on your Ubuntu operating system. Clear? Okay, let's continue. Now, how will you find out the default shell? Default shell is which is the setting which is defaultly set on your Ubuntu. For that, what we need to do is we need to type echo shell. All right. So let us see here at the same time. Let us clear the screen first. And then let us type echo and then shell. Okay, echo shell. Do you see that? Okay, so once you type echo and $shell, you will get the shell. So which shell is here right now? It is bash. So it is bash shell by default. Okay. All right. Now, how will you change the shell? Okay, let us see how to change the shell. It is very easy to change shell. Do you see the screen, people?
Yes.
Which screen is there? Is it book or is it video? What do you see?
Book.
Book? Very good. Okay, so what we need to do is to change the default shell, type the name of the shell you want to use for in command line. So suppose if I want to use C shell, so what will I do? I will type CSH and you have to press enter. So once you press CSH, what will happen? It will change the shell to C shell. And how to come back? By pressing Control D. If you press Control D, you will be come back to your default shell. Okay. So it is written here, to return to default shell, type exit or press Control D. So we will use shortcut keys. We'll press Control D. Okay. Now, as we are learning Ubuntu basic commands, we should know how to use commands. So there is a proper syntax. That is, there is a proper symbol or method, you can say, to use command. Okay. So first what we need to do is we need to type the name of the command. Okay. Name of the command. For example, ls, echo, etc. Then the second one is options. So if you want to use any options with the command, okay, then we can use option. It is possible to alter the behavior of the command by specifying additional options. A command may have 0 or more options. Options when present starts with a hyphen symbol and are usually a single letter or a digit. Some commands may have options with double hyphen or and sequence of letters or digits. Depending on the command, the number and meaning of the options will vary. So it depends on the command name, which command you are using. As per the name of the command, you can use the options. Next is arguments. Along with options, user can also provide arguments. A command may take 0 or more arguments to do its work. The number and expected meaning of the arguments vary from command to command. Some commands may take no arguments, or they may take an extra number, while other commands may take any number of arguments. So it is not compulsory that you should give the arguments, or it is not compulsory to give the options also. But basic syntax is the command is divided into these three parts: name, options, and arguments. Okay. Now this Linux commands can be classified as internal as well as external based on whether it's binary file or not. The commands that have a binary file explicitly stored in either sbin, user sbin, user bin, or bin, like this, these all are what? Directories. And these are called external commands. They are generally executed by the kernel and will generate a process ID at the time of execution. Internal commands, where we see internal commands, they don't have any particular directory. But external command, they are stored in this kinds of directories. Okay. Linux are Linux are external commands. On the other hand, the commands directly executed by the shell are called internal commands. Internal commands do not generate a new process. So internal commands which are there, those are, internal process. For example, the human body. In human body, there are internal parts which automatically works, right? Which doesn't show that it's working. For example, breathing, it does automatically. Heartbeats, our heart works automatically. Do we have to give any command to our heart to work? No, right? Do you have to give any command to for breathing? No. So automatically this happens. Clear? If you want to do some other work, for example, writing, reading, you have to give commands to your parts. For reading, you have to give commands to your eyes that read this. For writing, you will give command to your hands to write. Okay. So those are what? External command. And internal commands are internal parts which works automatically, right? Where you don't have to give commands. Okay. So how will you find out whether the command is internal or external? Okay. So let us see how to find out whether it is internal or external. Clear? For example, if we want to execute a command what we need to do is we need to do type and info. Okay, what is type info? That is, it will show you whether the command is internal or external. Okay, so what output we will get when once we type info, what output we will get is, you can see here, for example, type info. So we will get the output as shown as info is user bin info. That means what? It is stored in this directory, usr bin. So you tell me whether it is external or internal, what it will be. Will it be internal or external commands? Because it is stored in this directory, it is external. You can see here. As we observed, this refers to a binary file info stored in usr bin. This indicates that info is an external command. Clear, guys? Okay. Now, let us see how to use general purpose commands. First command is cal, C-A-L. That is stands for calendar. So if I want to see a calendar of current month, then what we need to do? We need to type cal. Okay. So if you see in this figure, it is typed cal, calendar. Once you type cal, it shows the calendar of the current month. So this book is written in which year? 2013. So that's the reason it is showing the picture of 2013, February 2013. Okay. Let us see the practical of this. Okay. So see what we have done here. We need to find out whether cal is internal or external command. What we did type cal. So this type will tell you which type of command is cal. Is it external or internal? So if you see here, cal is in the bin directory. So this is external command. Okay. So we are just trying other commands also. Bash is also. Okay, now let us see about cal. See the cal. Okay, did you see here? Over here, see here we typed cal, so it shows the month of the current year and the month. Okay, but if you want to see particular year calendar, then what you need to do is you need to type cal space and the year. For example, if I want to see 2020, so what you will do here, you will type cal space 2020 and press enter. So what you will see? You will see the calendar of entire year. Okay, let us see here. Cal 2015. So here what he typed, cal 2015. So what will happen? It will show a calendar of entire 2015. Okay, see here. So it will go up, so you can't see, but you can see the last 3 months of that year. Okay, that is how it works. Clear? Okay, let's go back. All right, suppose if you want to see a particular month of that particular year, so how is the syntax? What is the syntax? Cal space 01 and 2013. So what output it will give you? It will show you a calendar of January 2013. Here it will show you calendar of 2013, entire year. Now as you have seen over here that when you enter this cal 2013, the the beginning months like January, February, it goes up on the screen. So if I want to see, page by page, so what I will give, I will give cal year, and this sign, what is this sign called? This is called pipe sign. The pipe, the water pipe, like pipe, so this is pipe sign. Okay, and then you give more. So what will happen? It will show you the output one page at a time. Okay, what it will show? It will show execution, the output of that particular command, page by page. So you can see from January to December. Okay. Now the next is date command, which is very simple. As you know, date is very basic and the common command. So when you type date, what you will see, the entire date in this format. First, it will show you the day of the week, month, day of the month, time, and this is the zone, which time zone you are in. It will show you that. Okay, and the year. All right, and then again it will be back to the prompt. Now see, as we have seen that command is having three parts: first name, then option, and then arguments. So here what we are doing is we are giving command, the name of the command, date. Okay, and this is option. So what we are giving here, plus percentage capital D. Students, once we have to remember in Ubuntu commands, it is case sensitive. It means if you type a command in capital letters and if it is in small letters, then it creates different. Okay, so be careful whenever you are using any command. All right, so whatever is given over here in this, you have to give this way only. Okay, so what we have given here, date plus percentage D. So what will be the output of this is it will show you the date, only date, no day, no time, nothing. And the date is in which format? Here it is MMDDYY. So it will show you month, then it will show you date, and then the year. Okay. The next one is BC. BC is what? It is stand for basic calculation. BC. The BC command in Linux line calculator, in addition to perform simple mathematical functions, it can also perform conversion between different number system, as well as allows us to use some scientific functions. To work with this command, use the syntax as below, that is BC minus L. Okay, so if you see the screen here, BC minus L. Okay, so what is the output of this BC minus L? So 1.06.95, it means it will show you the version of the software of the command. Okay, so BC is external command, which is of this is the version 1.0695, that is the version of BC. This is the copyright. Okay, what it says, this is free software with absolutely no warranty. Okay, so there is no warranty of this command, but we can still use it. Okay, so how to use it? Once you give BC like this, here the cursor will blink, and over there you can type the expression like 5 multiply 5. Okay, so if you press enter key over here, you will get 5 into 5 is how much, guys? 5 into 5, hello?
10.
5,
10.
10. Very good. Kenil, you should go to standard. Which one? Second or third? Hmm?
25.
To 5 is 25.
Purchase.
25. Very good. Okay, so you can type this way or you can type this way. Okay, you can type in bracket. All right, good. So over here the example is given. So this is the example taken from here, this one. Okay, so if you type this expression, you will get this answer. Okay, so you can see this. The command is given this way, the expression, and this is the output 132.001199, so on. All right, great. Okay, so any question till now, people?
No.
It's clear, people? Hello, I want your answer, people.
All clear.